Super quick before the video, I'm starting streaming every Sunday night from 7 PM GMT until midnight GMT on YouTube. Follow my Twitter for updates on this. Come hang out for Zelda, Smash Bros vs viewers and more, and if you want to stay in touch I have an active Discord server too, link in the description. So in July, along with HMK, I theorised that Breath of the Wild would feature some sort of time travel mechanic, allowing Link to travel back and forth across his 100-year slumber in the Shrine of Resurrection. While there was quite a lot of evidence back then, there's seemingly even more now, which I'll go over today, which makes it all the more likely we'll be able to travel back before the event known as the Calamity, where the entirety of Hyrule was ruined. But when thinking about this feature, I couldn't help but wonder if it could detriment the game rather than benefit it. So let's have a look at the evidence for it, and the advantages and disadvantages it could have on the game. Right, so if you haven't already seen my time travel theory, head over to that video now to get a basic understanding of what I think could happen. Or if you want the whole theory in 5 seconds, lyrics coming at you with supersonic speed. Using Sheikah technology, Link might be able to travel back and forth across his 100-year sleep in order to prevent the ruins we see in the present. Whew. There was quite a bit of evidence to support this back then in July, but now there's even more, most of it stemming from the recent Life in the Ruins trailer from the Game Awards 2016. Some huge evidence is this scene here, where we see Link standing on a platform watching a birdman soar up to a giant Sheikah bird-shaped ship. It's been pointed out that this scene probably takes place in the past, for a few reasons. The first, and most convincing, is that the Sheikah slate is completely absent from Link's hip. He's given the slate at the very beginning of the game in the Shrine of Resurrection, so it's really weird that he's without it here, unless this takes place before he ever woke up in the shrine and got the slate. Next up, he has the Master Sword on his back. What's more, it's in mint condition, in stark contrast to the utter ruin we saw it in at the E3 trailer, rusty and dented, rotting in a clearing in the forest. Unless there's a way to repair the sword at some point in the game, it's likely that this scene takes place before the attack of the Calamity Ganon and the ruin of the sword. Also, the bird ship. In this scene, when the birdman flies up to the vessel, we can see it glowing blue with trademark good Sheikah energy, showing it's under their control. However, the trailer cuts to a close-up of the same ship glowing with the menacing pink energy that we see on the Calamity Ganon and the Guardians, suggesting that this shot takes place after the attack of the beast and after Sheikah weaponry was corrupted by him. See my theory on that here. When you put this all together, it's very likely that this scene here takes place before the event known as the Calamity, where Link, complete with the perfect Master Sword and without the Sheikah slate, meets one of the Birdmen. Then, much later, we see the same ship under the influence of Ganon. Additionally, later in the trailer we can see Link glowing with some sort of strange energy near a Sheikah object, closely followed by another scene where Link has the intact Master Sword, as well as being in some sort of well-kept courtyard or castle. Many people have interpreted this as Link travelling back in time here with Sheikah technology, and this scene taking place in the past. So that's all the new evidence for time travel in Breath of the Wild. Combined with what we already had, this makes quite a strong case for it. So today I'll ask the question, would it actually make the game better or worse? Part of what makes me love the look of Breath of the Wild so much is how dark it actually is. A lot of mainstream gamers see Zelda games as childish, Peter Pan inspired adventures where a little boy saves the princess of a fairy tale kingdom and they all live happily ever after. Breath of the Wild is a massive slap in the face to that, as the fairy tale kingdom has been completely and utterly flattened before the game even begins. A theme that was especially prevalent in the latest trailer was moving on, and learning to deal with the world as it is now, a wasteland. Even the name of the trailer, Life in the Ruins, reflects this. The world has been demolished by a great evil that still figuratively and literally looms over it, and the characters have to adapt to this new world. If time travel's present, it'll give a great look into the past and how the world actually ended up like it is. Returning to the world before the desolation could allow for more populated towns and larger scale battles, and preventing the world's destruction in the past could be a major story element. However, I can't help but feel that if we can travel back before the Calamity, to the thriving civilization before it and prevent the apocalypse, it'll partially ruin the brilliant, melancholy feel that Breath of the Wild captures. The desolation of the Calamity Ganon is so effective because of how irreversible it seems. Sure, it's an incredibly daunting entity and defeating it will be a massive task, but actually returning the world to how it was? That should be more of a task than simply travelling back in time and either accessing the world as it was, or even preventing its destruction entirely. The bottom line is that it'd make it harder to care about the terrible present if there's a perfect, fully functioning world in the past. Thanks for watching this video. What do you guys think about the possibility of time travel in the game? Do you think it improve or detract from the experience? Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more. Cheers guys, and I'll see you next time.